Hey there, picture this. It's 7 a.m., your alarm's blaring, and you roll out of bed feeling like your mouth's been replaced with sandpaper. You stumble to the kitchen, grab a glass of water, and down it like it's your job. Sound familiar? I'd bet most of us have been told at some point, probably by a well-meaning parent, a fitness influencer, or that one friend who's way too into kale, that drinking water first thing in the morning is the golden ticket to health. Hydrate before you caffeinate, they say. And yeah, it makes sense. Water's life, right? But here's the thing no one's talking about. That morning water ritual you've been swearing by. It might actually be working against you. And it's not because you're doing anything crazy. It's just that your body isn't the same as it was 10, 20, or 30 years ago. What felt like a refreshing kickstart when you were 25 might now leave you bloated, sluggish, or even a little woozy as you hit 50, 60, or beyond. Think about it. Your body's been your ride or die for decades. Your heart's been pumping, your kidneys have been filtering, your digestion's been chugging along, all without a manual. But when you wake up, it's not like flipping a switch from off to on. Your systems need a minute to stretch, yawn, and get their bearings. Your hormones are shifting, your blood pressure's finding its groove, your stomach's still rubbing the sleep from its eyes. And if you don't ease into that first hour of the day with a little TLC, even something as innocent as water can throw things off. So today, I'm breaking down 5 super common mistakes most of us make with our morning water. And I'd put money on you doing at least one of these without even realizing it. Stick with me, because we're not just pointing out problems here. I've got fixes, easy ones, and some real stories from people who've been there. Plus, we're going to have some fun along the way. Oh, and before we dive in, where are you watching from? Drop your city in the comments below. I love seeing where you're all joining me from. New York, Tokyo, Sydney, a tiny town I've never heard of? Let me know. And if you're liking this so far, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for what's coming. All right, let's get into it. Mistake number 1, the ice-cold shock. Raise your hand if this is you. You wake up parched, like, did I sleep with a hairdryer in my mouth? Parched. You shuffle to the fridge, grab that pitcher of ice-cold water you stashed there last night, pour a tall glass, and chug it down. For a split second, it feels amazing. Crisp, refreshing, like a high five to your soul. But then, oof, your stomach clenches up like you just swallowed a snowball. Maybe your hands feel chilly for no reason, or you get this weird twinge in your head. Sound familiar? For years, I thought that little jolt was just my body saying, hey, I'm awake now. Turns out, it's more like my stomach yelling, what's your problem, pal? Here's why. While you were snoozing, your body was in full-on chill mode. Your blood vessels tightened up a bit to keep things cozy, your digestion hit the pause button, and everything slowed down to let you recover from the day. Then morning hits and you dump a glass of Arctic water into that calm, sleepy system. It's like splashing a bucket of ice water on a cat napping in the sun. Things are going to tense up, and not in a good way. And here's the kicker. The older we get, the less our bodies roll with that punch. At 30, you might have shaken it off. At 60, that shock can linger. You might notice your hands stay cold for hours, like you're auditioning for a vampire movie. Maybe your stomach cramps up, or you get a sudden headache that makes you wonder if you're coming down with something. Spoiler, you're not. It's just the ice-cold wake-up call your body didn't sign up for. Let's meet Eleanor, a 76-year-old spitfire I know from my old neighborhood. She's the kind of person who's up at dawn doing yoga in her backyard, no matter the weather. For years, she swore by her ice-cold morning water. Keeps me young, she'd say. But last year, she started complaining about stomach cramps and feeling chilly all morning, even on warm days. I suggested she try room temperature water instead. She rolled her eyes at me. Room temp? That's for boring people. But she humored me. A week later, she called me up. Okay, fine, you were right. No more cramps. No more shivers. I wish I'd known this 20 years ago. Now she's a convert, sipping her lukewarm water like it's a fine wine. The fix here is so simple it's almost silly. Ditch the ice. Let your water sit out for 10 minutes before you drink it, or just run the tap until it's lukewarm. That's it. No fancy gadgets, no special filters, just water that doesn't send your system into shock. Try it tomorrow morning and see how it feels. Your stomach might just send you a thank you note. Mistake number 2, the morning gulp. Okay, confession time. I used to be a gulper. Wake up thirsty, grab a glass, tilt my head back, and down it like I'm in a drinking contest. I'd feel that satisfying glug, glug, glug and think, there, I'm hydrated. Check that off the list. But then 10 minutes later, I'd be bloated, burping like a soda can just got shaken up, and wondering why I felt off. Anyone else guilty of this? Here's the deal. Your body isn't a houseplant. You can't just pour a gallon of water on it and call it a day. Morning is a delicate time, a transition zone. Your stomach lining's still waking up, your blood pressure's settling in, your kidneys are stretching their legs after a long night. When you chug water like it's a race, you're flooding the system before it's ready to handle it. It is like showing up to a party an hour early and expecting everyone to be dancing already. They were still setting up the snacks. For some people, that flood means bloating, like your stomach suddenly auditioning for a balloon animal role. Others get dizzy, like the room spinning just a little too fast. And I have even heard from folks who feel this weird fluttering in their chest. Not quite a panic attack, but enough to make you pause and go, what's that? It's not the water itself that's the villain here. It's the speed. Take Walter, for example. He's a 72-year-old retired high school coach. Tough as nails, the kind of guy who'd run laps with his team just to prove he still could. Every morning he'd wake up, grab a 16-ounce bottle of water and chug it before his feet even hit the floor. Discipline, he'd say, like he was training for the hydration Olympics. But then he started noticing something weird. Some mornings, not every day, just enough to bug him, he'd feel lightheaded, like he'd stood up too fast. It freaked him out enough to call his doctor, who asked, "How fast are you drinking that water?" Walter laughed it off until the doc said, "Slow down. Your body's not in a hurry, so why are you?" He switched to sipping, taking 10, maybe 15 minutes to finish that same bottle. No more dizziness, no more, "Did I just break something?" moments. Now he sits on his porch, watches the birds and sips like he's got all the time in the world, which, retired, he kinda does. The takeaway: sip, don't chug. Give your body a chance to absorb the water instead of forcing it to play catch-up. Pour yourself a glass, set it nearby, and take it slow while you scroll your phone, make coffee, or just stare out the window. It's not about being fancy. It's about being kind to yourself. Mistake number 3, the bedside bottle trap. This one's sneaky, yo. Let's talk about that water bottle you keep by your bed. You know the one, sitting there all night, ready for that 3 a.m. sip when you wake up thirsty. Super convenient, right? You roll over, grab it, take a swig and think, hydration win. But here's the twist. That little habit might be quietly messing with you, and not just because it's lukewarm by morning. If it's plastic, and let's be real, most of us aren't keeping crystal decanters on the nightstand. It could be leaching chemicals into your water. Even BPA-free bottles aren't always as innocent as they sound. Cheaper plastics can release other weird stuff, phthalates, microplastics, who knows what, especially if that bottle's been sitting in a warm room all night, or worse, getting reused for months without a proper wash. Now, I'm not saying you're drinking toxic sludge, but as we age, our hormone balance gets pickier. It's like your body's a vintage car, still runs great, but you don't want to throw sand in the engine. Those tiny chemical traces, they can nudge your hormones off kilter, leaving you feeling foggy, tired, or just off. Stanley, a 78-year-old widower I met at a community center, learned this the hard way. He'd been refilling the same plastic bottle every night for years, left it right by his bedside lamp where it'd get nice and toasty. Then he started getting headaches, feeling wiped out all the time. His doctor ran tests, shrugged, and said, maybe it's stress. Finally, a nutritionist friend asked, what's your water bottle situation? Stanley switched to a glass jar. Headaches vanished, energy crept back. He told me, I thought it was just old age. Turns out it was my dumb bottle. The fix? Swap plastic for glass or stainless steel. Keep a little cup or carafe by your bed instead. It's not about being bougie. It's about not starting your day with a chemical cocktail. Plus, glass just feels nicer, doesn't it? Mistake number 4, water plus meds roulette. If you're on morning meds, like for thyroid, blood pressure, whatever, this one's for you. Most of us do this. Wake up, pop the pills, chug some water, and bounce into the day. Nobody hands you a rule book for this stuff, and it turns out that randomness can bite you. Too much water on an empty stomach right after meds. Hello, nausea or heartburn. Your stomach's not ready for the flood. But how much water? When do you eat? Too little water after a big breakfast? Those pills might not absorb right and you're not getting the full dose. It's like playing Russian roulette with your routine. Margaret's story drives this home. She's 80, sharp as a tack, and takes a thyroid med every morning. For years, she'd wash it down with a giant glass of water, then feel queasy, like, am I car sick? Queasy for hours. She mentioned it to her pharmacist, who said, try small sips, just enough to get it down, then wait 45 minutes before breakfast. Margaret tested it. Nausea gone. She told me, it's the little things you don't think matter. Here's the play. Check your meds instructions. Some need food, some don't. If it's empty stomach vibes, sip just enough to swallow, then chill for a bit. If it's with food, pair it with a small meal and a normal glass. Tweak it till it feels right. Your body'll let you know. Mistake number 5, skipping breakfast for water. Last one, and it's a doozy. Some health gurus push this. Skip breakfast, just drink water. It's fasting magic. Maybe that works when you're 20 and invincible, but for the rest of us, not so much. After 8+ hours of no food, your brain's running on fumes. Water's great, but it's not fuel. Skip the meal and you might crash. Fuzzy memory, grumpy mood, zero energy. Your body's like, hey, I've been fasting all night, feed me. Alice, 69, fell for the hype. She ditched breakfast for water, thinking it'd keep her slim. She lost a few pounds, but then her brain fog rolled in. Couldn't remember names, snapped at her husband over nothing. Her doc said, eat something please. She started simple, boiled egg, toast, an apple. Boom, clarity back, mood lifted. She laughed. I thought water was enough. Turns out I'm not a cactus. The fix? Pair your water with food. Doesn't have to be a feast. Some protein, a carb, maybe fruit. Give your body a gentle kickstart. You'll feel the difference. The big picture. Here's the truth. Your body's not failing you. It's just seasoned. It's earned a little respect in the morning. You don't need a total overhaul, just one small tweak. Tomorrow, try this. Swap ice water for room temp. Sip, don't gulp. Ditch plastic for glass. Time your meds smarter. Add a bite with your water. See how it feels. Your body's been talking. Time to listen. If this clicked for you, share it with someone who needs it. Hit subscribe. More real talk health stuff's coming. You've earned this wisdom. Use it.